Okay, my name is Nelson, and this is Shareability Uganda e-learning. And in today's video, we are looking more on the questions on finding out square root. Remember, we had looked at a variety of these questions and how they are set. So in today's lesson, we want to be able to look at some of the questions that were remaining, where amongst them we had our part E, which was remaining, and we also had another part which was our part F. We are going to find out those questions such that we can be able to complete our task. And then from there we can now be even able to attempt more complex questions concerning square root in any way that they might have brought to them. Okay, so let's get our pen here such that we can start. So in getting our pen, we are having our number which is given. We are saying we have our part E, as you can see here, and we have our part F. We have 0.09 and also have 0.44. So let's go to our workspace. In our workspace, we are having our 0.09. This is our part what? Our part E, and our part F. Our part F is 0.44. So they want us to find the what? The square root. The square root of these numbers. Square root of our part A, which is this. So now here we say that when you are finding the square root, we look out for the numbers. Okay, let me write our solution here. Our solution, then we can say our 0. This is our part E. We say our 0.09. Our 0.09, we want the square root of our 0.09. So this is the same as 0.09. We divide it by, where there is a point we put 1, then all these are going to be zeros. So this simply means that our 0.09 is the same as 9 out of 100. Is this right? Our 0.09 is the same as 9 out of 100. So that simply means when you divide 9 out of 100, you should be able to get 0.09. So now, when we have our 9 out of 100, we can now use all the methods that we have learnt for us to get the square root of this number. First of all, we said we can look out for a number that can be multiplied by itself to get 9. Where if we have our 9 out of 100 is the same as 3 times 3 out of which number can we multiply? 10 times 10. This number can still give us, so this simply means now we can say from this step 3 times 3 and 10 times 10, it gives us our 3 out of 10. So this simply means that the square root of 0.09 is equal to 3 out of 10. But what is 3 out of 10? 3 out of 10 is the same as 0.3. Okay, so in this format we can now be able to say that our square root is 0.3. Then also our next number which is given, we have our part F. Our part F, which is 0.44. So we are going to use all methods to ensure that which number can be multiplied to get to this. So our 0.04 is the same as 0.4 out of 100. Okay, so because there are two place values here, so now here we can say this is the same as 44 out of 100. So we are now going to use factorization method to ensure that we see whether we can come up with an answer. So we have our 44. We are going to use our factor tree method. We are going to use our 2, divide it by 2. When you divide 44 by 2, what do we get? We get 22. Then you also still divide our 22 by 2, we get 11. Also here we can now say our number, which factor can we use to divide 11? It is 11 itself. So now this simply means we have got one pair here. Okay, we have got one pair and only this 11 which is remaining. So this simply means we can be able now to say that our number is going to be 2 times 11, which is equal to 22. Then when you also use our 100, we use also a factor. At factor 2, here we get 50. Also here by 2 we get 25. By 2, okay, which number can we divide by 25 and we get no remainder? It is a 5. Then this 25 divided by 5, we shall get a 5. Okay, also another factor we can use is a 5, then we get 1. So now this simply means we have 2 pairs, and also here we have some 2 pairs. So this simply means we shall now use our 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is going to be 25. So now this simply means we can now be able here to say that our square root is going to be 20. Let me say 22 out of 25. If we multiply this number, can we still come up with if we multiply this by itself, can we still come up with 44? Can we still come up with 44? The answer is likely to be no. Okay, the answer is likely to be no. Okay, now when you come up with this, this simply means that our number, which is our 24, okay, this number which is 0.04 is not a what? Is not a square number, because if we can multiply this by this, if we multiply this times 22 times 22, shall get a number which is not. So here we can comment that our 0.0 0.4 is not a square number, because if we try out this, we shall not be able to get our whatever. But if we multiply this 25 times 25, it doesn't give us, alright? So when they give you a number like that and they tell you to find out the square number of that, that simply means that number is not a square number. However, if we say, this number of hours, hour 44, which is F, is not what? Is not a square number. So we have been able to conclude out and identify the tricks they always use. Please work out the number. After working out the number, then show that that number is not what? Is not a square number. Alright, with now this, we can now be able to solve a variety of numbers in whichever method they have brought them to solve the square root of the numbers. Hope this topic was very concerned and important for your practice to do more about this. We shall also be looking at another topic that is coming in what? In another lesson. So please, we say for this, thank you very much for being part of this. Also be able to check out on our playlist, and also subscribe to get some more upcoming lessons. Stay blessed. Have a nice moment.